Welcome. Hello. How are you? Welcome all of you. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing good. You're welcome to stop by and see what I'm doing today. Sorry, I ate something that I shouldn't be. So my throat is a little itchy. So today I am gonna roll fancy egg roll for you. I had the meat done. I have my pastry peel, cut and peel. So all I need to do right now is to combine my meat with the noodles, because I haven't had noodle in the meat yet. So I cook the meat and the vegetables, and I drain the juice out of the vegetable and meat to this way. The egg roll would be really nice and crunchy, not soggy. Okay, and I'm gonna do about 5 cups at the moment. Okay, I have more than that. I'm gonna keep the rest in the freezer because I think that's all I need for tonight. Okay, my daughter is hosting a birthday party for her 8-year-old daughter, my granddaughter. She would turn 8. So her mom having a birthday for her, and she requests that I make egg roll for her. Make egg roll for the party. I did this egg roll a few times already. Okay, especially the fancy roll. And that's all I need for tonight, because we're not gonna be here all night to do this. Okay, so this is the glass noodle. Glass noodle is a little bit different than regular rice noodles. Okay, it's clear. Once it's cooked, it's gonna be clear. It's called cellophane noodles or rice noodles. Welcome all of you. I'm making egg rolls. Okay, why egg roll? Because my egg roll get quite likable at the party, especially when I do the fancy rolls. You know, the fancy rolls of the egg roll is what make it the star for the party, because it's so pretty and all. I'm adding the cellophane noodle because the cellophane noodle will help absorb the. Not only that, it help with the flavor. It also help absorb the moisture from the meat. Okay, I cook the meat. I saute the meat until the juice of the meat evaporated. Also, I blanch all the vegetables, and I squeeze any excessive juice out of the vegetable, so allow my egg roll to be liquid, as less liquid as possible. Okay, because liquid is what make the egg roll soggy. Okay, I don't want soggy egg roll, so therefore I cook the meat in advance. The meat's done, the vegetable is done. So now when I roll it, we can fry it on medium high, and the meat is already done, so we don't need to spend a whole lot of time to fry the noodles. I mean, fry the egg rolls. So that is the advantages of having the meat pre-cooked. A lot of you guys, no, sorry, not you guys. A lot of people make the egg rolls with raw meat. Okay, preferably chicken, turkey, pork. Okay, most of the time pork would be like the most meat of choice. that because a lot of people from Asia, they consume a lot of pork meat. So therefore, they add pork meat into majority of their cuisine, which is normal. Hello, Bay. Sabaydi. Sabaydi Ba. Hello to all of you. So here is my egg rolls meat. Okay, no liquid. The meat is done. The vegetable are partially cooked. I have the vegetable I have tonight will be simple: carrots, cabbage, jicama, onions. What else in there? Jicama, onions, carrots, cabbage. Yes, 4. Carrot, jicama, cabbage, jicama, onion. Taros. Okay, so we got taro, carrots, cabbage. Did I say jicama? Sorry. Jicama, carrot, cabbage, taros. At least 4. Okay. So I already marinate the meat. Okay, so the meat I make a whole lot, so it's gonna be for parties. So I'm gonna use I have about 5 cups here. That's all I will need for tonight. I'm not gonna stay all night to do this. Okay, so I'm gonna do this partly of it tomorrow, but I just want to show you tonight how I do my egg rolls. Okay. I may not be frying it today. Okay, I might be frying. I will be frying tomorrow and serve my sweetheart and my family member tomorrow, and the rest I will keep in the freezer. We need this on Sunday, so therefore any made egg rolls will go to the freezer. Okay, and the freezer will keep the meat and the pastry really nice and in one piece. Okay. Hello, Mom. Good evening to you. Thank you for being here. I have extra cellophane noodles because I needed to add to the rest of my meat. Let me put this in the freezer for a minute. Give me a break, please. So the trick to keep the egg roll meat fresh and serviceable is to put in the freezer. Okay, do not put in the fridge too long, because it will get fermentation. It get fermented. It will get, what do you call it? It will get sour, fermented. Anything that go in the fridge too long, especially when there's a lot of vegetable involved, it will get fermented. Okay, right. So I have my pastry. My favorite pastry is this brand here. I'm not endorsed by it, but I'll show the color of it, so that way if you do shop for it, you will look for the color. Okay, I can't show you the brand. So if you do shop for this, okay, because I'm not endorsed and I'm not allowed to show the brand, so make sure that it's pink. Okay, it's pink color. This brand here is more elastic and allow us to do extra stretching if needed. Okay, you will need a bowl. Need a plate so that we can lay our a pastry on. I have a little string. Okay, I went ahead and do this ahead. Make sure that that everything keep tight lit, because even it's winter, it get dry quickly. If it get dry quickly, then it's useless. Okay, but then even it's useless in wrapping, but you can deep fry this and turn it to a delicious snack. It's called wonton snack. Okay. So today I'm not doing full sheet, I'm doing about quarter sheet, okay? Quarter sheet is a little bit challenge, especially for those who 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 are not quite well wrapping it. But let me remove some of this obstacle out of my way first so that I can work. I'm haggling tonight. I'm not sure whether it's the smoke, the dust, or anything, but sorry. Get everything out of my way. So I have the meat done here, okay, and the pastry I already peeled it. I cut I cut into actually I didn't cut into quarter. I cut off this much, okay? So if I cut in quarter, this will be half, okay? But then this is a quarter, very small. I use that for another type of rolling. So I'm gonna keep this in a tight lid also. Once this out of fridge and out of the packages, we want to keep it tight, okay? Because once exposed to air, it becomes useless. Okay. For this project, you will need 1 egg. Depending on how many you make. I have my egg design right here. Some said yolk work better. Some said white egg work better. But you know what? I use both of them. It work. But the yolk, the thing about the yolk is that it will get browny. It'll get brown, just like we use for the glaze. Use glazing for our baking. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and crack our eggs, and for that purpose I can go ahead and just do white eggs then, so that way we have no complaint about anything go wrong. Okay, there you go, white eggs. If you want to do the yolk, go ahead and do the yolk. It's no right and wrong way in doing it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start, and just want to say welcome all of you. I appreciate for those who return. I appreciate your support. I really do. And yes, this is gonna be party for my granddaughter party. Okay. So I am my daughter had requested last week that I should make this because it's on Sunday, so if I don't make it now, I won't have time to do it because I work also. But therefore, I'm trying to squeeze in between my life so that way I can get these done. Okay, so if you're new, welcome to Chef Vanna Inn. I'm an online chef. I do a lot of cooking. I do Cambodian, Thai, Lao, Vietnamese, Chinese, a little bit of American, a little bit of Mexican, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, just to balance out our work, okay? So that way we said, you never cook our food. I will cook your food. Let me know what country you're from, so that way I can search your recipe and cook for you, yeah? Okay, to do this, I will need a sheet that I already done. I peel it, okay? Cut, peel, and then I need the string because this fancy roll here would need string, okay? You see why I need the string. Let's start, okay? If you're gonna do this, make notes. I will leave all the ingredients and the recipe on my YouTube channel, so that way if you decide that you want to come and decided you want to make these, your easy search for gonna be fancy egg rolls, okay? All right, let's begin. My hands are clean. I wash so much is that my hands started to get old. Sorry. So I used a tablespoon here. No, it's teaspoon. We're gonna place it right in the middle. Okay. We can do fancy roll. Okay. Fancy rolls are so many ways to do fancy rolls. So the fancy roll we can do in the middle, and then you grab both ends. It's like that. Okay. If it's too big, you're welcome to remove the fillings so that way it's not overflow. Okay. Because the meat and vegetable are cooked, so therefore it's not sticky like the raw meat. Okay. So this fancy roll here, make sure that both ends meet at the top here. Okay, it looks like that. So I want it to roll twice. Okay, in, roll twice, and then turn it over. It's gonna be a nice what do you call this? Gold. Last time I called it gold bag. Okay, gold bag. So this is the folding part. Remember that we did that twice. Okay, I'll repeat this until you get it. Okay, sometimes we need that constant repeating, so that way we get what we're doing. Okay, so so it will not get soggy because the pastry is already, I mean, the meat is already very dry. Okay, which is fine, because once we cook it, the vegetable will release more juice. Okay. There you go, a money bag. So it's so fancy, it's fancy wrap. Okay, it's like that. So this is what we need the string for, is to tie this baby, give like a beautiful a beautiful bag with zip tie. And then we're gonna have to tie this. I know this is a lot of work. Okay, that's why typically it worked better when I make these and fried it at the same time. That way it turned out better. But if I freeze this, it may be broken. These little tiny pieces might be breaking, and it may not be fancy. It would be like broken. Okay, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, the string and everything. So when I freeze this, I have to be careful how I'm gonna place this in a way that it will not break, it will not be distorted. Okay, so cute. Okay, it's gonna be even more beautiful when it's done. Once you cook it. Okay, we're gonna place this right there. Oh, this one I don't even need eggs. I'll tell you when I will need eggs. Okay, we'll do another one. We'll do a few more until you get it. So I promise you that this right here will sell like hotcake. People will enjoy. People would, you'll find that ooh ah expression, because it's so pretty. You know, people love pretty food. People enjoy pretty food. People appreciate pretty food. I do. If you don't, then something's wrong with you. You know, I mean, sorry. I appreciate pretty food. If you don't appreciate pretty food, then that's too sad. Anyway, so the sheet is a little dry, and that because it's sometimes when you get an old pastry, you know, it can happen to nothing to do with you. It's just that it's an old pastry where it's been sitting in the freezer too long. You know, they didn't sell it, and so you just happen to grab it, and it's your fault that you don't look at the expiration date. I don't think this thing has expiration date. Most of the Asian food, now that they're required by FDA that they have to have expiration date shown on the package, on the bottles. Okay, before, no, they're gonna sell this thing until grandpa come home. They don't care. I mean, I don't think they have expiration date where it came from. So yeah, you see how this thing is? It's already like give me a hard time already. Okay, so to do the fancy will take a lot of work, but it's gonna be a big time payoff, because it's gonna be beautiful. People are gonna enjoy, and it's gonna be the star of the show. And look at that, a little bag like that. Okay. I better shut this then. I normally make mini egg rolls because the grandkids love mini egg rolls. Once I start serving mini egg rolls, the big egg rolls don't sell anymore in my family. They don't want big egg rolls, but sometimes I make big egg rolls because it go quicker. The small egg roll here is just too much work, unless you have all night and then you go ahead. But you don't have all night and go ahead and make a big one, I mean, you're fine with that. But if you want something that for a party, for the party, I I sweat a little bit for the party because it's so pretty, you know. Yeah. So this little a little extra string here, when it fried, it looks so pretty, I don't know if it's gonna stay, because typically when I do this, when I do this fancy wrap, I will fry it instantly. So the textures of the fanciness does not get removed or go wrong. Okay. Not because the meat is already done and the vegetable partially cooked. When we fry this, it does not take a whole lot of time to fry it because we know the vegetable is done, the meat is done. That's what I do. A lot of time, well, most of the people, they do their raw. So nothing wrong with doing it raw. Just the fact is that it takes a little longer to fry it and it gets soggy quick. Okay, but if we cook the vegetable and meat first, it stay crunchy longer. And then also how you store these, do not put egg rolls in the tight container when it's fried, okay? Because the container will make the egg roll soggy. What I do was that I would put it in a sieve or something with the mesh. Okay, so I have a few done. Okay, there you go, the fancy rolls. Okay, it looked nicer when I fried these. Okay, it really is beautiful. I did this before and I really enjoyed it. I would some reason this I handle this sorry. We'll do a couple more of this bag and then we can shift to another design or another model. Okay, I should have cut my noodles a little bit shorter. Like I said, when I did mine, I fry this instantly and it's just perfect because it's it does not break at all. Because when I do it fresh, it does not break. But we'll see how it goes with the frozen version of it. I never done with the frozen version. It's not gonna change because when I have enough, I will get it froze and froze fresh. It should be good. Typically, I would get a half sheet already, but I mean quarter sheet that's already pre-cut. Okay, so it's a little bit bigger than this, so it's a lot easier to do. And I could have measured it right, but I think I got it a little bit smaller than I expected. But it's workable. But it's just that it's just a lot smaller. Okay. Certain Asian store will carry them, certain don't. So it depends whether I'm shopping at major grocery store or I'm shopping at non-major grocery store. Major grocery store, they accommodate with them. They do have varieties of commodities and the grocery that we need for our cooking. But then I just try to do like the closest Asian grocery store here and try to make it work. Because these are makeable. You know, I can cut the whole full sheet of pastry. All right, I'm gonna do the bottle. The bottle is, shoot, I forgot how. Let me put this in the microwave for 1 second because it's getting hard. I do 30 seconds because typically it's a lot more stretchier, but for some reason it's getting dry quickly. The another style is to place the meat in the middle too, and then you get to fold one end in. Okay. One end in, and then the side end in, and just roll. This one you will need eggs to fasten it down this way. Okay. And you will need the string also. Oh. See if it's gonna work. And then on the top here, you want it to you can put the eggs in between if you like, and then now the string. This is like a gift bag or almost like a bottle rather. I know last time I did this, people asked me, why? You know, that's a dainty question, you know, why? It's simple. It's fun. Okay? It's so much fun. So it didn't look like a lot of fun to me. It looked like complicated. It is a little complicated, but it's fun, you know what I mean? You got to play around with it. So there you go. It's a cute little thing, you know. I mean, once you fry this, it'll sell like hotcake. Believe me, I did this many times, and it does sell like hotcake. Okay, let's see how it goes. It brings some moisture in here. Okay. Put in the center. Okay. And bring one end in, and another end wrapped around, roll around. We need eggs for this. Yeah. I thought putting in a microwave would help, but it does take a while to get 100 done. So that's my goal, is to make 100. That's why I start early, okay? So that way I have plenty of time to get it done. So maybe I just make 50. and then I'll make a big one for the adult. When I make this last time, and I fried it as I go, and it was a lot more, it was a lot easier. See, it's, even this thing is giving me a hard time. Well, I need a real rope for this. There. Well, something like that, okay? I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be cute. And cute this because it gets some moisture going. There's so many ways to roll egg rolls. Let me know how many ways you know. And how much joy you do. How popular it get. Mine get pretty popular among my friends and family. That's why when it's birthday or holiday, they say, can you please make those fancy egg rolls? So, sure. Let's get started early. If we don't start now, by June, if we don't start by June, by Christmas, I won't get it done. With the busy life I have, forget that. You know, it'll be fun if I be able to do this at all. So there you go. Okay, so symbolically, something cute like that. Okay, so Mama, I'm gonna keep this in the freezer for Sunday. Well, I'm gonna even fry this tomorrow and serve the family. For the bottle, make sure that you place in a triangle position, okay? So that way you have two wings and you can start with one side of the wing, doesn't matter which side of the wing, fold in and then tuck it in, roll it until until at the end of the other wing, and go ahead and glue it up with the eggs. And I'll show you how to do the basic one. You probably want to do the basic one if you don't want to deal with all this zip tie here. Okay. Zip tie is pretty cute, but then you have to deal with the, you have to have a lot of patience for it. Okay, for the basic one, same thing. You want to start on the corner. I mean, in the middle of one of the corner, somewhere here. And the regular one is a lot easier to do. Sorry. On my first video doing this, it's so funny because this one person came on and he made comment. He said that, well, the way I roll this is the same way that he rolled his little, his tobacco or his recreational, his recreational weed, you know. I can see that the so this is the basic. You can do that, and that's the basic egg rolls, egg rolling. If you're gonna do this, okay, my recommendation that you find the one that it's half it's already cut in half or already pre-cut, because I could have done is that I could have made it a little bit bigger, you know, if it's easier to roll. That because I want this mini, you know, the mini is a lot harder to roll, but it's a pleasure to eat it. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. It's hard to make it, but then it's a pleasure to eat it. Because it's almost like you're eating Choritos, where it just pop in your mouth. You know, it's that one bite kind of thing. Versus the big egg rolls where you have to bite into it. Okay. It's not a very good looking one. My friend, she bought a Deus ice maker, so I have to move it to the other room so that way it doesn't make that funny sound. Okay, so you can make as little however you like. Okay, so that's fine. I like this size. It's not too small, not too big. It's just perfect. Okay. This sheet here is a troublemaker. So if you encounter the pastry that keep popping out because it's too hard, then place it this little incision downward like that, so that way it'll get pressure on it. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. So that way it will get pressure on, and it'll stay sealed. How long is it gonna take me? It'll take a little bit of time, you know. I mean, I'm just coming on here to show you this little tricky rolling mini egg rolls, because a lot of people who make egg rolls, they want their bigs and they want to get out, and they don't have time for this little tiny work, you know. It's too much. But then like I said, I've been spoiling my family with the tiny egg rolls now, that every time I make egg rolls, I have to make it tiny. I thought this pastry was a lot better than the other brand. Okay, so it's getting better. Okay, it's just a little bit of practice. Sorry. If you don't want to do the fancy is a lot harder to do, then go ahead and do the baby, because the baby would turn out beautiful also. Because people don't get to see the baby egg rolls as much. They used to see these big egg rolls, and I don't know why they call it egg rolls, because I know I didn't put any eggs in there save to use for the for the glue or attachment. And I don't know where the word egg roll came from. I haven't done research on it, because I think back about it and said, where does the word egg rolls coming from? You know, maybe the original recipe had eggs in it. I'm not sure, but some people do put eggs in it, you know. But I never try to put eggs on mine, because I try to make sure that my fillings are not, that does contain too much liquid, because if it's too much liquid, then it will break, especially if you leave it overnight or freeze it over time. the pastry will break. Okay. So my secret to best crunchy egg rolls is to cook the meat ahead of time. Okay. Use the ground beef or ground chicken or ground turkey. We never try you never tried beef before. I don't think it's customary to do with the beef. Okay. But then I know that we try turkey and some shrimps. Because it's going to serve a lot of children and a lot of kids allergic to shrimps or shellfish. So therefore, I didn't put any shrimp in it. But I might add some fresh shrimp for me or for those who enjoy shrimp. Okay. But these had no shrimp in it because I'm worried about food allergen for kids that gonna the children that's going to be enjoying this. So I know that there's a family that will order these for me so many times already. They order like 400 or 500 of this mini one. The family member, some of them allergic to chicken, so we have to make from pork meat. Some of them allergic pork. So then when the mother orders spring roll or egg roll for me, I have two kind of egg rolls, the pork and the chicken. Okay, the crazy thing to be allergic to chicken is that that's almost like the worst food allergy ever then, you know what I mean? Chicken is something that we that everybody can enjoy. If someone allergic to chicken, then that'd be difficult. Well, I can't say it because I'm allergic to a lot of stuff. I'm not allergic to meat. It's just that a lot of meat I do not consume. You know, I don't like the smell of the lamb, the game meat, a lot of amphibian meat, and I never liked when I was in Cambodia. Before, even during a difficult time, we don't eat anything crazy. My dad will fish for all kind of freshwater fish, and we don't have to eat any kind of bizarre fish or bizarre creature, you know. So now when I see some people from that region eat bizarre food, I'm like, did I miss anything? Well, I was there from that region. I don't remember people eat bizarre food like they do now, you know what I mean? After the Khmer Rouge taken over, I guess people can eat anything now that I never seen them eat before, because some of the bizarre food they ate, I'm like, I know, you know what I mean? Really? You know? Yeah, so I have to be mindful, you know what I mean, that when people in a hardship or hard time or in a hard situation, difficult situation, they will eat to survive. So that's why I have to be mindful too. That because my situation is different than theirs, it doesn't make me better than them, you know, so I have to be mindful. But I'm just saying that, you know, I never seen them like that before. And now I seen people eat bizarre food, and I'm just like, I raised my eyebrows so big and said, really? You guys did that? I don't remember my grandparents eat like this that way. I know they hunt for game meat, but then there's no bizarre eating thing, you know. There's no bizarre food like eat bizarre animals or creatures and things like that, you know. Now they do all that. Maybe they do that for the content creator. I don't know, for the purpose of content creating. Just the way some of the cooking, when I look at it, I'm like, that's not the way you cook your food, you know. I'm from that region too, but I never seen anyone cook like that. But I think sometimes people do that for the content, for the attention, you know. Bizarre cooking. So far, okay, I have the the regular rolling, it go fast because it does not require a little technical work, okay? And then definitely this right here is not, the roll is not happy, okay? I don't like that. This sheet here, I thought, maybe because I have it in the fridge too long. I had this only for a few days. Did I? Yeah, for a few days. So it shouldn't go bad. Okay. But these days, you know that bizarre food eating is like catch the most attention. And, you know, and see that people like tune in and enjoy it, you know, even something that you're not going to eat, but you sure, I mean, not you, I mean, people sure enjoy watching it. I do too sometimes, you know. I'm just learning. I'm just learning from people, because would I do that? You know, I mean, I learned how to survive in difficult situations, so I don't know if I will be eating that. I'll be hunting for something I'll be able to eat, you know. I mean, maybe I'm just foraging, looking for wild bananas, you know, like the monkey does, you know. But it's interesting to see food from around the world and how people eat food in the day. And some of the videos I enjoy was men and women who in the Pacific Island, I think, how they fish the fish from the oceans, and they right away you know, they start tear up the flesh of the fish right there. And I wonder what sauce they do. They use maybe lemon sauce and black peppers. I'm not sure. You know, I mean, it depends on where you're born, I guess. You know, it become accustomed to it. And like Eskimo people, you know, they eat raw fish, so they're accustomed to that, you know. And just like the other day, I was watching a content of this group of people, not from Alaska, I think it's from, might be Alaska, I'm not sure, either Alaska or Russia, somewhere there, where this group of people, they don't get South Pole, maybe from South Pole, I'm not sure. Okay, I can't remember, it's been a while. So they can't build fire because in the fire it turned to snow. Minute the fish out of water, it froze up, so they eat the fish frozen. And they don't cook the fish. They said that the ice cooked the fish. So okay, so that's another thing that I learned, you know. Though the ice does not cook the fish, believe me, we eat fish from the freezer. It didn't cook, you know. Once it get thawed, then when it get thawed, then it's raw as heck, you know. So I have to disagree with that, you know. I mean, I disagree with that, because the ice does not cook the meat. It keeps the meat from rotten, but it does not cook the meat. I know that for the fact, because I just have fried fish from the freezer, and it was processed and it was not even cooked. We have to cook it. So how did they study that, you know, that ice cook the fish? I have to disagree with that, you know. Ice does not cook the fish. The ice will keep the fish fresh from spoiling. Okay, I know. But you know, I mean, nothing wrong with eating raw fish, you know. I mean, some part of the country eat fish, like in Japan, you know, like the sashimi, and they prepare it raw, and pokies, and people from the island, you know, they eat the fish raw. You know, that's fine with us, and because that's where they originated. And then, just like me, I'll be eating rice 5 times a day, And that is just the way our cultures are. We cannot judge people based on their cultural representation, you know, be wrong. Okay, so I learned that put less of meat allow me to roll better and not have to struggle so much. This is what I enjoy, torture myself doing this little mini egg rolls. And you want me to do the big one? I will do the big one. I have to peel the pastry because I only have a little one. Yeah. Because the big one is easy. If I do a big one right now, I'll be get 50 already. So you think that people from certain country eat raw fish? What about people from certain country eat raw raw cow stomach, pork stomach, raw liver? What do you have to say to that, right? So I mean, would you try it? Maybe not, you know, if you dare enough and you brave enough, you can try it. But I never gonna be brave enough to try it. This is one of the Vietnamese dish. I think it's called cắn something, I don't remember, involving cooking cooking the duck, mince it up and infused with all kind of herbs and spices. Let me see. And then it have to be from the live duck though. They will slaughter the duck and they will slit the throat of the duck and collect the blood of the duck. And once they're done cooking, in Laos they call lap lươn. Okay, I think Bay know because he's from that country. It's very popular, and in Thailand also called lap lươn. And I can't remember the name of it. Cắn something. I know wit is duck in Vietnamese, but I can't remember the exact name of it. But anyway, so once they're done marinating the meat, they would seasoning the meat, and they would put in a plate like this. Okay, they add a kind of fresh mints and herbs and a lot of sesames, a lot of herbs, and then they will mix the duck blood. Make sure that they kept the duck blood in a way that it does not clog up, you know, because the blood would get solidify once it leaves the body. I mean, if it pour out, it won't, but if it's in a container, it will get hardened. So then they will mix the blood, pour it onto the plate, and they enjoyed it. And I couldn't pass that. What I did is that I would put in microwave or put in a saucepan and cook it for a few minutes until the blood is done. Then that's how I eat it. Because sometimes when you go to the gathering, you know, people cook stuff like that, and they invited you, and you're the only one that acting weird, and they look at you like, oh, you're better than everybody, right? So in order to participate, I would cook my lap lươn. I will make the lap lươn done. Put in a microwave or cook it on the stove. That's how I do mine. Okay, so I'm hanging around a lot of Lao people, right? So I know a little bit about Lao food, also lap lươn and all that. I'm familiar with it, but I, for one, I'm not a fan of lap lươn too much. If I eat it, if there is, then I have to cook it until it's done. I have to look at something that, you know, it reminded me of a Dracula movie. I mean, it's part of the culture, you know, I mean, not just in Thailand. I mean, in Laos, in some eastern part of Thailand, they are closely related. So they consume the same um, the same type of cooking, which is explainable that why people like to eat raw um, organs of the animals. You know, I mean the livers, not just the liver. I saw them eat raw fat, raw raw tenderloins, London broil, and oh yeah. And I look at them like, oh, you don't need fire in this part of the country because you don't need fire. You just you just butcher the cow, butcher the pork, and just rip it up. You know, so easy. The cultures are easy. We just worried about having oven. We haven't worried about air fryer. What else? We just worry too much about having too many cooking equipment. Some part of the country, they don't need any because you don't need to cook the food. The food just consumed raw. Whether it's safe or practice, safe practice, I don't know. Okay, I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you. But then I'm pretty sure that it would be if someone consume raw meat or I don't know, say fish, raw meat too much, it's especially the kind of meat that are not handling safely and contain parasite. And they do, you know, I mean, the professional remind their people that they have health checked out, because if you eat too much raw meat, raw liver, raw pork, especially the raw pork meat, you know, I mean, let alone we cook it so well, we still worried about pork meat, let alone some people, certain part of the country eat it raw. You know, imagine what come within it, you know, I mean, sometimes, well, you know, the argument was that, well, we eat this from beginning of time, be fine, you know, and but this one lady, I saw her eating on the mukbang, eating raw liver, raw meat all the time, and she didn't look healthy. I didn't see her. I wonder if she's okay. I mean, she has her bracelet on, and I don't remember her name. I don't think she had a name, but maybe she is, but I don't remember. She loved her raw liver. She would eat like ice cream, you know. I mean, she enjoys it. She has this hot sauce that she made from the bile of the animals, or even part of the unprocessed, undigested meal of the cow. So I haven't seen her, you know, I mean, I saw her a lot lately, last year. I mean, sometime last year, but I haven't seen her. She didn't look too well. She started to look real skinny, real pale, you know. I wonder if she is infested with parasite, and that she's not doing well. So that's why I don't play around with raw meat at all. I don't care what anybody say, or how much spices go in there, how many lemons you're gonna mountain in, you know. Sometimes when my kid do eat steak, you know, they want their medium rare or rare. I like mine super cooked. So just the safety of it, you know. Well, the little one go quick, you know. I mean, the mini one like this is easy to do. The only thing, the fancy one, I probably not make a lot of it if I'll be getting tired. I'll do that when I have more time and patience for it. And I will have to to get a new wrap also, because this wrap here is not so flexible. I thought I got this brand last time. It worked really well. It was very stretchy, but not today. It's not too stretchy. Maybe I had it too long. I'm not sure, but this is the way I keep it in the freezer. Okay, just use the freezer bag. But this is just a regular bag, but because we're gonna be using this a lot in the next couple days, so I'm not gonna, the next 3 days, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay. So just line it up like this, okay, and seal it. These here, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'll be careful with it. Okay, I'll let it this little rope straighten down so that way it won't get cut off or break. And the little go bag, it is gonna get frozen up easily because it's little. I don't know how many I have. I'm gonna put this in the freezer. Okay. Line it up nicely so that way when we fry this, it will have a nice nice form. It won't break. Okay, like that. See it? Okay. I think what I do is that I can do the full sheet or half sheet. The full sheet, you can get a big one like these. The half sheet, you can do a tiny one like these. Okay, but I already have these quarter sheet cut, so that's what I'm going to be doing to go ahead and finish what I have with the baby egg rolls here. All right. Oh, hi CC. How are you? Welcome. Okay, I know it's getting late already. I'll end at 12. How about that? Okay. The pastry should be stretchy like this. Okay. When it's dampened, I think on the bottom one is doing good. So when it's more elastic, it helps with the rolling process. I can do a better job on creating technique or style of rolling when the pastry is hard and dry. It does not allow me to do the kind of design that I want, you know, like this one right here. Okay. Here I can also put eggs. I don't have to tie it. I don't have to zip tie it. I can put eggs and squeeze it. It's gonna stay. Okay. Like that. But then the fancy part of it is to have the little string between here, or I can fold this into this little create that little cap right there also. Last time when I have this nice pastry, it was more it was softer and more elastic, so I was able to create like a beautiful design. You know, it depends too, you know, if this thing does not allow me to do it, then I couldn't do it, you know. Like this one right here, it's nice and soft, so it's beautiful. So how have you been, CC? Bedtime for you, huh, my girl? You can get excuse, love. You don't have to be here all the time, okay? I know that depend on where you at, and if you East Coast, and you'll be real late. I know I'm trying to come here on early, but then sometimes it's not permissible, you know what I mean? Um, between work and life and mom, it's difficult to it's difficult to get everything done in one day, you know, but manage the time and do the best we could. That's all it is, you know. I mean, we can't overstretch our system too much. I have the little baby today. I think she's teething. So she was in too good of a mood. But she was okay so far, and she took her nap. She napped really, really well today. One nap, but she took a long nap. So while she was napping, I was able to chop the vegetable and prepare for this course here. Because there's a lot of chopping. I have onions, I have cabbage, carrots, jicama, and what else? Taros. So it was a lot of chopping, actually. So I did all that while she was asleep. Her birthday's coming up. She's gonna turn 1, but she's not walking. She can hold on to the furniture and move around the furniture with the furnitures. Hold on to the furniture, and then what else she can do? That's all she can do. No teeth, not walking. So it's just lovely, lovely baby. She's a good baby though. I can't complain compared to a lot of kids that I have been around. She's pleasant. But she's almost 1, so she got some of that terribleness coming out of her too, you know. It's normal milestone for kid that age. That's how they learn, because when they're that age, they just like sponge. They absorb everything. Absorb everything that I do. And she gets so needy, you know. She don't even let me go to the bathroom or nothing. She just want sometimes she's getting needy, you know. When you get too needy, you can't do much, and you can't even eat. You can't even go to the bathroom. You know, sometimes I put her in the pen and let her cry until I'm done with my business, because I don't feel comfortable taking a baby to the bathroom with me, you know. If it's my own kid, I probably, you know, but then it's not my own kid, so I can't do that. So I just let her cry for a little bit, and when I'm by myself, but when my sweetheart is home, he keep her entertained. So she get along with him really well, because they're feisty. They're both feisty, so they're getting along really, really well. They yeah, they get along, and I think they possess the same emotion. I like this because it's so cute. Once this fry, this will get really, really breakable. Okay, get very fragile. But this is where we have to like take precautions, because the little thing right there that make a special looking right there, the little string right there. Okay, it will if once it's fried, it becomes so so breakable, and have to fry carefully. Have to handle carefully, and when it's served, that's it. One bite, too good to swallow. I think doing this bag is a lot better than the gold bag. The gold bag it's too much, but I love it though. I'll make some more when I turn off from here. I'm gonna make gold bag, and I only have at least 50-60 of those. I'm sure that the adult will enjoy also, not just kid, you know. talking about bazaar food, you know, not just the food that are bazaar. Some of the fruits are also bazaar too. My sweetheart and I, we went to the Japanese store or Korean store. I'm not sure, probably Japanese, and we were in the fruit section, right? And how I found some of the content about exotic fruits and the rarest fruit on earth and stuff like that. So when we at this grocery store, we couldn't help ourselves. But you know, for me, I'm ecstatic when I see fruit. My camera just keep rolling. I mean, from aisle to aisle, because this store right here, it had like a large selection of fruit. I'm talking about, I think, the whole 2 aisles of their vegetations and fruits. It was so neat. Okay, so and we came to this one fridge. Well, I'm sorry. Let me put this in the freezer and have it freezed up. So our attention focus on the melon. Is one of those exclusive melons that they brag about. They didn't just brag about it, they were like really the price was like exaggerating, right? I mean, okay, forgive me if I said wrong. So when you look at the price, it was like $89 for cute melons in the cute box. I'm like, honey, we're just talking. Would you like to see what's inside of it? It's like, yeah, it's already open. And like a lot of people already had peek of it already. So let's see what's inside of it, you know. And the inside of it is just like nothing that we never seen it before. It looked regular. It looked just like regular cantaloupe to me, but they call it melon. I call it cantaloupe. But then, so the thing that cantaloupe is expensive because the way it was grown, okay? I can't remember how, but I read about it, but I just don't remember what I read. So it was so exclusive. They only grown that in Japan. And in Japan, they sell it like a lot more than what they will sell at this grocery store here. I mean, $1,000 per pound or something like that. Okay, so got to be a lot of wealthy people to be able to afford that. So the box already open. People peeking in to see how does the $89 melon look like, you know. So we peek and it's like, didn't look any different, honey. No, but then why it's so expensive? So, well, that's not the most expensive. Okay, the most expensive one's like thousands of dollars, US dollars. Not talking about yen. Okay, I don't know, is yen more expensive than dollar or dollar more expensive than yen? I'm not sure, but we even like, okay, now we see how it look like. Let's not touch anymore because we don't get charged for open the box. So I have tried pink pineapple, which is neat, and I tried white strawberry. I didn't get it here when I was in Philadelphia, and my children, they love exotic fruit too, so when I'm there I want to make sure that I get to taste some of the exotic fruit. So white strawberry was something that I get served when I'm around them. So and no, we didn't sample the $89 melon. No, we didn't. And there was a black melon that was more expensive than than any of the melon from China or Japan. I think in Japan. and they call black melon. It's not black, okay? It's just for some reason it's called black because the out layer of the melon is in the in a really dark green color. So it's called black melon. But when they open it, it's pink as heck. So I'm not sure why it's called black melon, but maybe just name for exotic food. Make it more exotic, you know. when you have exotic and the price of the exotic fruit is a lot higher, you know, than regular strawberry. And I don't know how the pink, the white strawberry come about. I think either mutations or I'm not sure, okay, or maybe it's the species. I'm not sure. I haven't done research on that, so I can't tell you nothing. But it tastes it tastes more bland than a regular strawberry. It had that sweetness, but the sweet flavor is there, but it doesn't have exact flavor of. It doesn't have the exact flavor of the regular strawberry. It is like off strawberry flavor. It's, I don't know. I can't explain it, but you have to try it if you can find it. But when it was in East Coast, I don't know why they have it. To get stuff like that, you have to go to some of the exclusive Japanese grocery store. Okay, I think they carry them at the grocery store. So same thing as a lot of oranges, you know, different type of oranges, which I'm allergic to, so I don't care for. And lychee, mangoes. Talking about exotic fruit, Asian nation had a lot more exotic fruit than any part of the Western country. You know, Western country very, maybe in Alaska, no, not Alaska, I'm sorry, in Florida, where the tropical element will help grow some of that, and maybe in Hawaii. But other than that, some of these tropical fruit won't survive. But that's not true though. You know, when I visit my family in Long Beach, they grow all kind of tropical fruit there. You know, they have mango, they have bananas, the type of banana that I make dessert off. You know, the number bananas, and they grow their guava, they grow all kind of dragon fruits, the yellow one, the pink one, and the white one. And I know that for the fact because my family live in Long Beach. So when I visited them, that's where I got my dragon fruit plant from. And I have them until I move here to Las Vegas. Then that end the cycle life of my dragon fruits. When I was in California, it's already bear fruits. And I left a whole lot to my sister-in-law. She told me that, oh, I don't want any. Now she loves it. It took her at least 3 years, 4 years for her dragon fruit to start it producing fruits. So she's really happy. When I visited her during my brother's funeral, and her dragon fruit was just sprouting, just started fruiting. So I'm so happy for her. Now that sorry, her sweetheart is gone, he built her beautiful trellis. My brother, his construction, he built his own gazebo and the grape trellis. So his whole backyard is like a secret garden because it's so pretty. And he built her the dragon fruit trellis and looks so pretty and unique. Now that he's gone, my sister-in-law called me and said, "Oh, I can't take it anymore. Every time I'm out in the backyard, everything reminds me of my husband, because he built everything in the backyard, you know. So now that he's gone, he left trail on every corner of that backyard. They have beautiful big backyard, and my brother put a lot of work, and he did the the patios and the gazebo, beautiful gazebo. And he grow grapes, and the grape over trellis overcast his gazebo. It was really, really nice and neat. But now he's gone. Just his memory. Yeah. It's sad. I miss my brother though, you know what I mean? He was so close to me. We were so close. And I mean, I'm close to all my siblings, but then for some reason he's had that special connection. I'm close to my siblings, save for, you know, a few of them. I mean, some of them are not near me. They're out of town, so I don't get to see them as much. But the one that passed away, I guess it just, I think we, you know, we possess that same spirit element where we have tendency to get more connected to one sibling than the other, you know. I guess that's how I felt about my brother. So when he was in the hospital fighting for his life, and I flew to be at his bedside, but I didn't get to do that when he passed, so that's kind of messed up, you know. So the money bag, see, it's not hard, okay? So if the wrap is supportive, it can be lovely like that. See that? When we fry this, it's just lovely. Okay, it's not just that. It tastes so wonderfully delicious. It's just lovely. It's just like it's just lovely. I can't explain it. Okay, I mean, when I cook this, it just lovely. It's just worth doing. Okay, it's worth doing because it's just so cute. Just so cute. Yeah, talking about my brother, couldn't restrain tears, you know, because it just, losing him was difficult. When I lost my nephew, he was an officer. He was shot in cold blood, and he left his 7-month-old baby at the time, and that was hard. And it's been like, what, 4 years now? Memory of him didn't fade, you know, it just keep piling on. When I lost my father, I come to the term with my father because I took care of him for 16 years. So when I lost him, it was a different emotion, you know. I mean, I know that he's going to be gone, and I know that his time will come. So I expect that it's going to come. But I kept him alive for 16 years though. After he had so many strokes and he never walk again, he never be able to do anything for himself, and he recouped just a little bit, but he didn't recover. So he was paraplegic. He was paralyzed, not paraplegic. Paralyzed, waist down, and he never walked. He can talk a little bit, not too much, but other than that, he relies on total personal care. So I kept him alive and take care of him for 16 years. And so when he's ready to go, then he released his spirit and he left. So it was a different emotion. You know, I miss my dad. But then when I lost my nephew, that one was difficult. because he was still young and I was close to him. He was close to me also, and the reason we were close because he had a hard time dealing with his father, and for some reason I'm able to nurture my own family. My niece who was placed under my care until she was able to graduate from high school, and one of my niece, she a little destructive, and she didn't lose a mother. She lost a mother to her new lover. She took off and left her and her dad with the mother left with the new lover, and she was only what, 5-6 years old. So she came to live with me for a little bit until her dad remarried and moved on their own. And I guess growing up in the neighborhood, she feel that she's not good enough at home because can't deal with some of the pressure. So she decided to explore her own life early. So she was never able to graduate from high school until she moved in with me, and able to nurture her and got her to finish the high school and move on. And she's a mother now. She had her. She become a business owner, which I'm proud of. She's a loving mother. She doesn't. She loved the kids. She very mild, very loving kind of person, you know. And I was glad that I was able to nurture her until she graduated from high school. It's the same thing for Jimmy. Jimmy wasn't living with me, but he lived with his dad. Every time he did something wrong, and his dad would call me and tell me that, you know, I need to discipline him. I don't need to discipline him. All he needed was just somebody to understand him, you know. And I gave him that kind of attention, and he was able to graduate and went on to the police academy. And he met his wife and they got married, and he sworn in as a police officer, and he served the community for 7 years, and one day he never come home. And that was hard, you know, to deal with. I talk about that a couple of times, but still emotional to talk about, you know, losing somebody in such a sudden. And losing my brother, I know in my heart that he doesn't have long to go, because the kind of illness he's facing and he's suffering from, I know that, you know, it's just a matter of time. And I hated it if I get one phone call and that phone call, you know, will be the last phone call. And I hated that, you know. Usually phone call from his daughter, because she doesn't call me often, but she only called me like in case of emergency. So when that phone ring, I know. But you know, and that's why I'm reminding my sweetheart, you know, that our life is so short and unexpected, and that whatever we do, we should cherish each other and love each other more, and don't worry about getting rich or saving millions, because spend some of that millions, you know, and enjoy some of that millions, and just enjoy, just live it, just live life, you know. So that's what we remind each other, that at the end, all we have is each other. So be more loving, be more kind, be more supportive, be more understanding, be more forgiving. Don't hold grudges too long. Okay. Well, while I'm talking, I guess, you know, I think I concentrate better when I'm talking. I don't know, folks. I don't know if I concentrate too much, I can't get it production. But when I talk and then, you know, my hand and my mouth work together, I'm not sure. But okay, so the money bag is easy. All right, so it's easy because I think when I did the microwave, the pastry on the bottom, it got moisture, so it was more elastic. So what I do is that I just switch it around so that way it will get moisture around. Okay. So I have a lot of these, so for sure that I'm making mini. Okay, so this money bag, lovely. Okay, and then also on this bag right here is lovely also. It will look better when it fried. Okay, so and especially when you see this part fried and it's fragile, you know, normally by the time I'm done transferring around, these will be gone. So but at least it keep this part together so really well. The eggs now is activating, so it's holding pretty good. What I should have done is that I should have applied some eggs around here, so when I use this, look at this, already hardened. Look at that. How do I keep this without breaking? I don't know. That would be the next challenge in this cooking. So maybe not. Maybe I'll put it on here. But my freezer are so full though. Oh, look at how cute that is, you guys. So I would challenge you, okay, to do these. You see that they're very simple. And if you have a party and fill your party tray with all this cuteness, okay, it's gonna your friend gonna love you, your family gonna love you because it's so pretty. Yeah. It's so unique. It's just too cute to eat. Yeah. Anyway, I'm in here long enough. Oh, let me tell you about this pieces here. Do not discard it, okay? You can deep fry this, and my grandchild loves it because thank you. It does look yummy. So you can make sure that oil are hot, and then just just drop this in the oil and then pick it up right away. Okay, it does not take a long time to crispy this, and you can. My grandchildren love it. Love the crispiness of it, and add it to your salad. Or my grandkid loves it with hot sauce, just like the eating the Doritos. Okay. So it's getting hardened already. See, it's so breakable. So I have to be careful. Oops, sorry. All right. So I let me know if let me know. So let me say this, okay? I will leave the recipe of the meat, of the fillings on my YouTube channel. If you're interested in making these, then you're welcome to jump over to the YouTube channel. I will get recipe done as soon as it's loading up, probably the next couple days or so, because yeah, so the recipe is pretty easy, okay? So I know that I didn't make the recipe in front of you guys because it's a lot lengthy. I just want to come on here concentrating on create this beautiful here, so that way you will get motivated to do this. Okay, So my recommendation is that to if you make it for the party, you want to prepare this ahead of time, because these are pretty much dry here, okay, so you don't have to put in the freezer, but it's best in the freezer if you're gonna fry by the next day, okay. Like I said, if you leave it out too long, it'll get sour because the vegetable and the meat will get fermented, because you got carrots and the noodles, and they have those chemicals when they gather together, they get fermented. When they get fermented, it will have the, it's not nasty taste, but it's gonna be a little bit of sour. It's not bad, okay? It's fermented, it's not bad. If it's stinky, then it's not fermented. Fermentation will smell sour, okay? So, but then you don't want fermented egg rolls. You want fresh egg rolls. So, if you're gonna do this cute design here, I mean cute wrap here, so I recommend that you wrap and fry at the same time. That way you will capture all these beautiful little the little what do you call this, a little feature here, okay. If I freeze this, it's fine, but then if I put in the bag, these will break and I won't have all this cute feature. Last time when I did this, well, I never done it frozen before. I always fried it the next minute, so it come out really well. All this little feature here did not get broken unless I toss it too much, and then it get broken. Other than that, this cute bag, oh, and then the regular rolling, which is nice because it allows us to get a little faster with our process. Or you can do the big rolling, you know, the typical egg rolls, or in Tagalog, what's it called in Tagalog? There's a name for it too, huh? I mean, basically, the Tagalog versions and Asian versions is no different. When I saw them make it, it just name it differently, you know. Other than that, we use about the same vegetable. Okay, so the night is late. I appreciate CC for coming to help with the moderations. I appreciate that. And for TikTok, see, I got some hearts. Thank you for the heart. I didn't get a chance to visit with my TikTok friends and followers. Let me put this aside. Just to want to say I really appreciate all of you. Okay, I know the cooking is something that we have to practice and get better each time, okay? Like I do here, this is something that that's come up, okay? When it come up, it's get creative, okay? Once you get creative at this level, then you visualize in more of the unique design. Okay. So that's how the recipes of cooking from beginning of time that passed down to our generations is the people who have the visionary, you know, of cooking, of designing, of engineering, of creating the best recipe. It's just people who oh, just a regular scarf. It's not crochet. Yeah, because it look like I have cone head, huh? Oh, thank you. I know I started to wear, I think it looked neater, you know, keep the hair up, because my hair got longer. Remember, I used to have it A-lines. Not first time, I had airlines when I was in Thailand attending Thai school. We wear the same uniform. We cut the same hairstyle, the same length. We wear the same um, blue and white uniform, the skirt and the white blouse and hair. Now I think they're different now. I don't see the hair when I visited it. The hair is no they have more flexibility with the hairstyle. I saw some have long hair, but if you have long hair, they have to braid it neatly. It cannot be disheveled, cannot be cowlick hair to go to school with. No, it have to be uniquely. So that was the first bob, and then before I went on, before I got chosen to be on, request to be on reality show, my hair was pretty long. It was down here already. So then I said, I asked my daughter to, can you trim my hair, please? Just trim it, not cut short. Trim it maybe about that much, because when we trim our hair, allow our hair to grow faster. So she was trimming, and her sister called, her older sister called. So what you doing? Oh, I'm just trimming mom hair. So, well, give her a haircut. Haircut. I said, yes, give her an A-line. And she looked at me, Mom, you want to try A-line? It should look good on you. And I remember when my sweetheart used to say that, yeah, you will look good on short hair, especially A-line. So I remember you saying that. And then I said, okay, I agree to have the A-line cut, like that little push up on the back and then like straight down, like letter V. It was cute. No, if you style it, because I'm not such a stylish person, so it it didn't. Okay, so to have the A-line, really like a nice compliment look with your face and all, you have to know how to style, blow dry and whatever. And I'm not one of those people, I'm very simple. That I'm a very simple person. I'm not very stylish. I'm so used to long hair. I don't have to do much, right? I do sheknyong like I did here, I put a proof pin and keep it up there. And then especially in summer, I hated hair down here. I feel like it's 10 degrees hotter with the hair dangling on the neck. So that's why I always have my hair up. Sometimes people don't know I have long hair. For a while when I was working in the community and it's so hot and my hair is always up. And people didn't know I have long hair. So one day I walk in the community with my hair down and said, oh my goodness, you didn't know that you have long hair. I said, I don't really let it down. I love long hair, but I don't like it around my neck because it get real irritating. I get so hot right there. For some reason, I think the hair and the skin, I don't know what they do to each other. I think they like, create the heat. So that's why I have it up. But because I'm doing cooking now that my hair is longer, I'm able to like put it up here. When I have A-line, I couldn't do nothing. I did like a little knot back here, was it, and then now it's got longer. I can put it up and do a little styling instead of being so typical, so flat, so out of style. So I did that. And when I went on a reality show, that was the short hair I have, and of course Tammy Roman, she has all kind of, she had hairdresser, makeup artist and all that, and the hairdresser, makeup artist, and the outfit was mine. I told them that the outfit is my own outfit. They will have me send a sort of outfit, and they will select the outfit that for the show. And then they did the hair, the makeup, and everything. So with the hair, they did a little curl. I thought it was real cute. I tried that, but then I got burnt here and there. I'm not doing it anymore of the curly thing. So that's what I did. My reality show with the short hair, and I think it was cute because they know how to style it. And when I tried to do that, I'm not good with iron curler because I think like cooking, you need practice. Same thing for putting makeup, you know, you need practice too. But then I'm not good with makeup. I'm just doing enough just to not look like I'm, you know, I'm sick or I'm pale. A little color here and there. But then I don't know how to do all that baking, all that, you know, concealment, all that, because um, I don't even concealment. You know, I mean, I have so many blotches. I have so many speck just like an Irish, you know. So I love those little speck, you know. I'm not trying to cover it. I think it's so cute. I love Irish girl because they have all kind of, you know, speck on their face. The little, what you call it, the little cute dot 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 dot. So I have them too. Mine, I have a little bit here too. Yeah. So I love those dot. Now that I'm you know, I'm a lot older, so you know, it go well with aging spots. So I'm fine with that. You know, I just come to reality that we accept things as it is or as they are. Make life simple. Just live normal. Live simple. Okay, that's it. All right. The only thing you know you need to do in the morning is get up, brush your teeth, comb your hair, and put a little on makeup. And if you know how to do your hair, do it. Don't get out of the house looking like you just got out of the bed, because that's the worst habit ever. When I will go to the store and I see young people with their pajamas, with their nightgown, I'm like, oh well, you know. So after they got their juice, they just go back in bed or something like that. You know, you don't have to change to day clothes. It's just like night clothes, day clothes, night clothes, turn to day clothes, and return from the day clothes, daytime, go back and I don't know. It's just you gotta get out of the pajamas and look cool. I think it would be so. You know, I mean, that's why God divided the daytime and the nighttime, so that way we balance that life. You know, where daytime is not nighttime, nighttime is not daytime, so we separate the day and the night by the change of our clothes. You know, I would say so. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But anyway, the evening is here. And good morning to all of you. So thank you for coming on. So, you know, silliness. Okay, so I'm gonna quit for now, and I'm gonna make some more tomorrow if I'm permitted. Okay, because being with the little girl, when she's here, I want to give her full attention. Unless she's taking a couple outdoor naps and like, able to get something done. Other than that, I will come back on here on my own. Okay. But tomorrow, if I'm back on here, I wanted to make dessert. I still have my bananas. I wanted to do the Filipino fried bananas, you know, because I already have the pastry here. I'm gonna sector the bananas and then wrapped it and deep fried it, and then do the caramels, just the way the Filipino people do. And I think that would be nice because I have the plantain bananas and I can't keep it too long because I don't want to attract bug or the fruit flies. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna bid you guys good morning. It's not a good night, a good morning. And I'll see you back here. Thank you for all the love and support and all the heart. Thank you so much, and all the subscription, the thumb up, and the share. I appreciate that. I just realized that I had a lot of sharing this month. In January, I had almost 900 sharing. That was a pretty good sharing, you know. That's Franco. Thank you. Yeah, Franco. Can't find a word for it. Yeah, I love the freckle. You know, I mean, I do very little to cover the freckle. I love them. I have some on my nose. I think that is so unique. And some people trying to hide it, or some people trying to to go to the dermatologist or to the surgeon, the plastic surgeon, trying to remove it, do chemical remove it, and want to have a perfect, you know, that's beautiful too. But you know, I love the freckle. I think freckle is really cute. I think so. That's my personal belief. I don't know how you girls see in freckles, but I think freckles are pretty neat. I love them, you know, I have them. So I do very little conceal it because it's part of me. So where I want to conceal it, you know, I mean, the more concealment, the more, I don't know, when I put too much makeup, our skin get pale and it just need natural light. It just needed to be exposure to air, to light, and just use good face creams or homemade face cream that I did. So that's all it required. Okay, and just be loving, be positive. Love yourself and get plenty of sleep, which I should be doing right now too. Okay, all right. And for tonight, love all you guys. Thank you for the heart subscription, following. I appreciate that. And thank you for the gift. And you guys have been great. Thank you so much. And you have a good evening. And then when I fry this, I'll do short for you guys so you know exactly what I'm doing. I done this before. It was in the early time, maybe about 3-4 months ago. So it's time for me to renew. Okay, so is anything that I done in the past, I like to renew it so that way we don't forget what we're doing. Just like crochet, when I leave it and and repeat it too long, I forget. And when I forget my own pattern, that's the worst thing ever. And I had note, and I don't know where the notes is. Probably up somewhere in the library at the other house, because I have a library at the other house, and I have a whole bunch of crochet books also. All right, I love you guys. Thank you so much, Cece, sweetheart. Have a good evening. Okay. So much love. Thank you for being such a wonderful person online for me. Sleep well. Love and love. You too. Good night. No, good morning. I'm gonna fall asleep right now, okay? I'll see you tomorrow for sure. Lots of love. Good night, Sissy. Sweet dream, love.